Jacqueline, the president calling this the test of our time, making sure that people can exercise their right to vote and have their vote counted, and choosing to make his case in a place that has both history and a present-day connection to that issue.
It's hard to declare just how critical this is. It's simply unconscionable.
President Biden in Philadelphia, choosing the nation's birthplace to set the stage for a new phase in a fight over voting rights.
Some things in America should be simple and straightforward. Perhaps the most important of those things, the most fundamental of those things, is the right to vote.
Outside, a rally to push the president and expressing support for a voting bill passed by the House that would have expanded early voting and established automatic voter registration, but hit a wall in the Senate.
It's about time that he has made this a priority in his presidency, because so many state-level legislative packages have passed in Republican suppressed voting rights.
It comes as states around the country are enacting new laws that Democrats say restrict voting access.
All citizens have the right to vote. Constitutionally, it is their right. What we are seeing are examples of an attempt to interfere with that right.
In Pennsylvania, the Republican-controlled legislature passed a voting bill that included voter ID and set rules for drop boxes.
We're trying to reinstill those common sense verification processes that have been there prior to the 2020 general election. We're protecting all the accessibility we've had.
How are you protecting the accessibility by limiting the time you can use a drop box?
So you got to remember, drop boxes you can mail in a ballot anytime.
Pennsylvania's Democratic governor vetoed the bill. Meanwhile, a Republican state senator is pursuing a review of the 2020 election in Pennsylvania, a state President Biden won, aiming for an Arizona-like audit, sending a letter to Philadelphia city commissioners looking for access to information, including ballots and lists of who voted. Former President Trump today continuing to make unfounded claims about corruption in the election he lost, calling Biden's visit a joke and urging an audit to go forward.
No other election has ever been held under such scrutiny and such high standards. The big lie is just that, a big lie.
And what you could not see if you were watching the president's speech today was probably the crowd. First of all, this was the first time in a long time that we saw a packed house indoors with the president without masks. And also, as I was inside the Constitution Center today, I did notice this was a very local crowd. We are talking about city council members, the mayor, all three of the city commissioners who oversee elections in Philadelphia, labor leaders, faith leaders, people who are elected and who get people elected, invited here to hear President Biden speak about voting. Live in Old City, I'm Mayk, NBC10 News.